Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Okay, so I got this electric bike, and let me tell you, it's been a bit of a journey. Right out of the box, I had some issues. The battery was the first thing. The way it's secured in the frame is pretty flimsy. It rattled around like crazy, and I was worried about damaging the power connections. After some back and forth with the seller, who, by the way, were awesome, I got a new battery cover and connector. I also ended up adding some extra padding and a bit of duct tape to keep things snug. That solved the rattling, but it highlights a design flaw you should be aware of. Next, the tires and tubes were awful. Seriously, I blew through at least half a dozen tubes in the first few weeks. I finally gave up and bought some high-quality replacements, which was a total game changer. If I were you, I'd order a better set of tires and tubes before you even think about your first ride. Believe me, dealing with flat tires on this thing is no fun. The handlebars rattled a lot too. I used a scrap piece of an old inner tube as a makeshift shim, and that solved that problem. Now it's surprisingly quiet. It's so quiet, I've actually startled a few people by sneaking up on them. Then there's the suspension, or lack thereof. The front shocks are pretty weak. I'm not even a heavy person, and I bottom them out easily. If you hit any kind of bump, you're gonna feel it. And there's no rear suspension at all. Something that's clearly advertised even though it's missing. So, if you're planning on riding on anything other than perfectly smooth pavement, be prepared to upgrade the suspension. Realistically, the range is about 15 miles if you're gunning it all the time. Charging takes a while, about 5 hours. Top speed is pretty impressive, faster than advertised even. But I mostly cruise around at a more comfortable pace. This bike is seriously fast. You'll be one of the fastest things on the road, and people will definitely notice. But that also makes it a target. Invest in a really good lock. Seriously, don't skimp on this. Customer service, though, top-notch. The seller was super responsive and helpful, sending me parts directly instead of making me wait for a full replacement. They were even willing to cover the cost of repairs if I'd gone to a shop. Overall, this bike is great after a few upgrades. The initial issues were frustrating but manageable, and customer support deserves high praise. However, buyer beware. You'll need to address some of these shortcomings and definitely prioritize security. I'd say it's worth it, but only after you do your homework and prepare for some DIY maintenance. Oh, and those factory decals are pretty lame. Seriously, get some custom stickers. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.